What's up everyone, my name is Ashton313, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to talk about 5 ways you can advance your gameplay in Apex Legends. Now keep in mind, these 5 things are things you could be practicing through each game as you go on. They're not 5 things that immediately get you better, but 5 things you must keep in mind. A lot of videos have already been made out there that, hey, do this, hey, do that. This is more of a mindset video of what to be thinking about situational wise and making sure you're getting the advantage in every gunfight. Now the first tip I want to go over is take advantage of training. This is one of the first battle royales I've ever been able to play in which you can sit there. You have all the guns available to you. You have all the ammo available to you. Take advantage of it. What I do is I go into these training missions and I test out the guns. I test out the recoil, how much standard recoil is on each weapon as you see, how high the gun is going. And then I go back and I try to steady out that gun as much as possible. This helps you get a better feel for each weapon and what weapons you can better control. Me personally, I am more of a 3-round or single burst weapon, so I usually use G7 Scouts, Wingmen, Hemlocks, and those weapons because they better suit me. Now as you get used to the recoils as the weapons that you like, go out for those further targets. See how much control you can get for those further shots. The more control you can get, the more shots you can make, and the more damage you can deal in firefights. As I said, this is something to keep in mindset. This is something you have to do to practice to get better and stuff like that. And the training gives you a perfect opportunity to try all the weapons out. Not only that, the Havoc just came out recently in the last patch. This is a great time to compare the Havoc to the other assault rifles that are in this game and give you the chance to go, should I use this weapon? Should I not use this weapon? You know, the weapons that just come out sometimes are either underbalanced or overbalanced. You make that decision and you can tell how much damage a clip can do. How much time does it take for that roundup to start since it's an energy weapon? Use this to be able to figure that kind of stuff out. As you see, I'm comparing the Devotion and the Havoc side by side to kind of get an idea, feel of what I'm up against if my enemies have it, and what should I expect if that's a weapon I find and I need to use. Now my second tip is use your surrounding area. Anybody that usually has the height advantage usually comes out on top. So keep that in mind. As you see right here, I'm going to use and get on top of this building to be able to find my targets. I'm not going to chase them around the building corner, because then I'm just going to end up in a square on square fight. I can get up here and I can locate them. I see a lot of people, they'll try to fight around a box or around buildings and stuff like that. Climb up on top of a building. Most people run right past you and you shooting them in the back, they got to turn around. By the time they can turn around, you've pumped enough shots to knock them down. Now for my third tip, Apex Legends has an amazing ping system. It can tell you where you're going, if enemies have been through locations, where a certain item is for a teammate. All these pings, especially for solo queue, you want to be able to tell your teammates, because you're in a team of 3 regardless of whether you want to be solo or not. It tells your teammates, hey, this is here, hey, this is here, hey, enemy over here, hey, these bins are open, enemies have been through here. as you will see in the beginning of this match, I failed to use this ping system while I was doing solo queue, and my teammates didn't come and help me. And I went back and watched the video later and I realized I didn't ping once that I was in combat. Now, don't get me wrong, I wanted to leave this match and I was upset, but as I said, I went back and realized this was my fault. I didn't take advantage of the ping system and alert my teammates, hey, I need help.
Enemy down. I'm down. Need a medic. 45 seconds. Ring spar. Reload. Reloading. Hostile. Right here. Reloading. Hostile. Getting shot at. Reloading. Attention. Pause. Setting shield. Healing ya. Thanks. Good looking out. I've got you. Shields up.
Thank you.
Go on now. Say hello.
This way, let's go. Charge.
Now for my fourth tip, pay attention to where the circle is collapsing in retrospect to the highs and low grounds of the area. For example, you don't want to run through the rivers of the Cascade area if you can sit on the Overwatch tower above it. Now, each situation is going to be different. Sometimes you're going to be forced to go into the low ground rather than the high ground, but if you can keep that high ground advantage, it's going to be worth it more in the end. But if you hear all the gunfire in the high area and you don't hear anybody in the low area, maybe the low area is better. This is something to keep in mind into every match. Now for my fifth and final tip, keep a level head. If you feel like you're getting frustrated, you've had 5 or 6 matches, you're losing right off the rim, and you're getting flustered every time you land and all that stuff, put the game down for a little bit. Go watch a TV show for a little bit, and then come back. Having a bad mindset is going to make you make bad decisions. It's going to make you react a little slower. It's going to do a lot of negative things, and it's just going to keep getting worse the more and more you play. And that will wrap it up for today's video. I hope these 5 tips will help advance your gameplay a little bit better, get you more focused for the gunfights. And if you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments. If you think these are helpful, leave a like. Otherwise, I will see you next time, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Back here.
Good.
Level 2.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
Care package being delivered. Care package. Almost tower here.
Marking our surroundings. Taking a moment to recharge.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Enemy spotted.
Beginning ring countdown.
We are inside the ring. Good faith.
Target over there. Throwing thermite grenade.
Battling the
Reloading.
reloading.
I'm hit!
Taking a moment to heal.
Give me a sec. Recharging shields.
Calling upon nature's strength.
Hostile. Reloading. Enemy taken out.
I'll go for a
I'm spotted. Taken out.
Reloading.
reloading.
Whole unit KIA. Damn, I'm good. Reloading.
Calling in a lifeline package.
Reloading. Hostile spotted. Enemy over there.
1 minute.
Hostile this way. Let's go. Hostile close. Setting up a defense there.
Rings next door. 45.
Trust in the All-Father. Battling I-85. I got it.
Frog up.
Reloading.
30 seconds. Rings close.
Target spotted.
Enemy taken out.
Marking the chimney.
Contact. Contact with hostile.
You are the Apex Champions.